Hello everyone, welcome to another episode here of Crafty Chic Design. So today we will be going over the books I read in the month of May, and I also will be choosing my books for June. I'm sitting here in front of my little bookshelf and we're going to go over the books so far that I've read for May. So the month of May I have done a total of 10 books. 8 of them ebooks, 2 audiobooks. Out of those ebooks, I had 2 arcs that I needed to read to go over and do a review for. They were really good books, so no bad reviews on those. So today is May 25th, the day before Memorial Day. So happy Memorial Day to everyone. But today I am going to be picking my books for June. So June is the summertime, time to read summer books, even though I have a sweatshirt on, but my sweatshirt today said, books are my therapy. That's what my sweatshirt says today, because today is a little cool, even though we're a couple weeks before June. It is still cool outside. The weather is really fickle, so don't know what we're getting. But I know there's 2 books for sure that I want to read in the month of June. One of them being Beach Read. Yeah, I think that's what it's called, Beach Read. I'll put an image of it here. And also the other book is For the Summer, or Just for the Summer. Yes, Just for the Summer by Abby Jimenez. That is another book that I know for sure that I want to read for the month of June, along with some other arcs that I need to read. So hopefully I'll be able to get through all these books. So today I have decided to use a little spinning wheel here on my phone. I don't know if you can see that or not. Hopefully, but that's what I will be using today to choose the 4 books that I want to read for the month of June. So let's get started. Okay, so I'm gonna just spin the wheel. See if you can hear that. Sounds pretty cool. It's called Plotting Summer. So that is a book that is on my TBR, and I will put an image of that here. I'm not going to go over the synopsis of what these books are about, because they're all summer themed books, so, and a lot of them are romance books, because that's what I like to read. So there's a romance book. So next book, that is the first one. So we have Plotting Summer. I need to write these down so I can remember what I am going to be reading for the month of June. So that is our first book, called Plotting Summer. You will see an image of that book. So the next book. Alrighty, let's spin again. Okay, it says One Last Summer. That is another book that I want to read. And I will put an image of that one up. One Last Summer. Okay. All right, let's pick one more book here. Curvy Girl Summer. Okay. Definitely looking forward to reading that one. I've heard some good things about that one. You'll see an image of that one really soon. So, how many books are we going to pick? So, I've already have 2 that I'm reading that I just talked about. So, we're going to pick 4 books here. Okay. This is our last and fourth final book that we will be picking for summer. People We Meet on Vacation. That's funny because it doesn't have summer in the name at all, but it is a summer book. So, People We Meet on Vacation. So that is another one of my books that I will be reading. So far for the month of June, those are the 4 books that I will be reading. Well, 6 books that I will be reading, because 2 of them I already mentioned that I'm definitely for sure will be reading in the month of June. Well, we will see if that's what I'll be reading for the month of June. So, with that being said, I think this is going to be a little quick, short little video here. It's not a whole lot of stuff that I want to talk about here in this video. Like I said, I'm going to be reading some arcs that I was chosen to read and to go over. So that's 6 books on top of, I believe there are 4 arcs that I need to read to go over, to pick and choose for June. So hopefully, fingers crossed, that I will be able to read these 6 books that I chose to read for the summer. We will see how that will go. And I also will, in the wrap-up video, I will be going over the arcs that I did for the month of May, or read in the month of May, of some of the books that I've been reading so far. So I would like to do like a mid-year wrap-up of books that I've been reading so far and what I've thought about some of the books that I've been reading. I've been reading a lot of good books. My reading goal for this year was to read 50 books. I'm at 48 books. I know people say audiobooks don't count, but I do count audiobooks as a reading goal, because even with audiobooks, you still have to like take your time and pay attention to what you're listening to. Unless you're just listening just to be listening and not actually getting anything out of it. But I like to listen to audiobooks and actually pay attention to the plot and find out what is actually happening in the book. So I enjoy listening to audiobooks because, like I said, to me, it's like reading an actual book. So, I also want to do a book about signing up for ARCs. And if you don't know what ARCs mean, that means advanced reader copies. So that just means that I'm getting books from the publishing house or from the author who need, who have new books coming out, or they're a new author, this is their first book, and they need someone to leave a review. So I will also be doing a video about how you go about getting advanced reading copy books. Most of the advanced reading copy books that I've received have just been ebooks. So because I read a lot on my Kindle, that's where I do mostly my reading at. So that's why you will see a lot of the books that I receive are that way. I have not received any physical books from any authors, which is fine. I mean, I know physical books cost money to ship out and everything like that. So I don't expect to get a lot of physical books or anything like that. But just having an opportunity to read some of these books ahead of time is really great. I have enjoyed a lot of the books that I have gotten. I've enjoyed reading them. So with that being said, this is a quick little video. I just wanted to come over here and pop on here and just show you guys what books that I will be trying to read for the month of June. Like I said, we will see where we get to in the month of June. And then once I wrap up the month of June, I will be sharing some of the books that I've gotten advanced copies of with you guys and give you my take on them after, of course, after they're out and come out and everything like that. And I will also be doing a video, like I said, on how you can go about getting copies of books, ahead of time, and do a review on them and everything like that. It's really fun. It's really easy. It's not that complicated. You don't get paid for it. At least I have not gotten paid for it. I don't know how you can go about getting paid to read books, but I think just having advanced copies of books are great to do and everything like that. So I want to thank you again for watching this video. I know it's really quick video. It's really quick, short, and to the point. We have our 6 books that we will be reading for the month of June. 6 books, 6, along with some other books. So hopefully I'll be able to get through all of them. So far it's been May has been 10 books. So I think April have been the most books I read, I think, which was 12 books. But like I said, I'm getting through my reading challenge. My challenge was 50 books. So I don't know if I might have to just up my challenge again. I started off with 20 books and I went to 25. Then I went to 50. Now I'm almost done with those books. So we will see. I might have to up the challenge again and see which other books that I will be reading in the month of June and the rest of this year, so that I can have more books to read in the rest of this year, because I'm getting through these books really fast, which is great because, like I said, I love to read. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for coming on here, watching this video. I know it was really quick and short, but it was quick, short, and to the point. So I will come back after I'm done and do a mid-year wrap-up with all the books I've read and tell you which ones have been my favorite so far. Again, thank you so much for watching another episode here of Crafty Chic Design, and look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Bye!